live on all of the going live on all of the devices. Here we go. So putting YouTube, hello YouTube, hello Instagram, and hopefully hello Facebook. Oh, there you are. No, how do I look at Facebook? Hello Facebook. Okay, I've got one camera here and one camera here, so my eyes are gonna move around, no doubt. Come on then, you come up because you like to be involved, don't you? Okay, so we are live. We're going to be doing some tapping. Coco loves to be involved, which is not really my ideal, but it just is what it is. And I have this wonderful dog came into my life, and she came into my life 4.5 years ago. So I'm so grateful to have her in my life, and I wouldn't be without her, even if she loves to be part of whatever I'm doing. So this is Tapping with B. If you don't know me, whether you're joining me live or you're watching this on the replay, Coco, you just don't kiss me. You make yourself comfortable. I'm B, and one of the ways that I work with my clients one of the ways that I work with my clients is using EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as tapping. So this fleshy bit on the outer side of your hand, if you just tap there with the fingertips of your other hand, it does not matter which hand you tap with. And we are just going to do some tapping this evening. Well, it's this evening in the UK. Who knows what time it is in other bits of the world. It's all sorts of different times. I'm just off the phone from a TV producer in Los Angeles, and I'm feeling all kinds of all sorts of different feelings. I'm a bit all over the place in a good way. In a good way. But I just thought, I want to come on and tap. I would love to know what you want me to tap with as well. What can we tap on together? So what are your current challenges, frustrations, worries that may be related to coronavirus, that may be related to something else altogether? It could be a parenting thing, it could be a relationship thing, it could be a work thing. Pop it in the comments and we will tap on it. But just by tapping here, you are already creating a space. So keep tapping while I just wave to some people on Instagram. Hello, 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 hello. It's really good to have you here. Apparently one person is watching on YouTube. So hello to whoever's watching on YouTube, and hello people on Facebook. Oh, 2 people watching me on Facebook. Hello. Okay, so I can't see YouTube and Facebook at the same time. I have to, hello Coco. I don't trust your tongue at all. I can't see YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Oh my goodness, Coco, you are so in the way. So stop licking me, please. I know you love to lick me, but it's too much. I can't be tapping and helping people if you're licking me. All right, beautiful girl. Okay, so we're just going to do a first round of just tapping with our breath. If you've never tapped before, it would be easier to learn if Coco was not in the way, but Coco is in the way. So I'm just going to trust that Coco's dog energy is what's needed for people on this call or watching this on the replay. We're just going to tap on different points because of the coronavirus and the ease of transmission by touching your face. If you would like to avoid touching your face, that's absolutely fine. You just go ahead and you tap on these points just under the middle of your collarbone. So where your collarbone comes down and you get the little collarbone bubbles, drop about 1 inch, and you just tap here. Hello, Coco. And oh, Phoenix, I'm so glad that Coco's making you smile. I'm getting a little bit of backache because I'm having to lean to the side. And she's staring at me so intently, bless her. Okay, so be tapping here if you want to avoid your face points. Otherwise, you can join me tapping inside your eyebrows. Coco, they need to be able to see. You can use both hands like this, or you can just use one hand if you need to control a little dog or a child or whatever. And we are just going to be tapping on these points, and we are just going to breathe, letting your whole body breathe. I was tapping with a client the other day, and I had this nudge to invite them to breathe through their knees. So tapping on the side of your eyes, and if it supports you to allow your whole body to breathe, visualize yourself breathing through your knees. Okay, then you can come to this bony bit under your eye. A little bit tender for me today. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. Sometimes tapping points are a little bit tender. Oh, I just seen someone else join on Instagram. Hello. So we're just tapping here. Just taking a lovely body breath. It's not the depth or the length of the breath that counts, it's the comfort of the breath. So just enjoying feeling your body breathing. If a deep, long breath is comfortable for you, by all means go for it. But for some people, trying to take a deep breath can be quite anxiety inducing, and we don't want that. So go ahead and tap on your lip just below your nose. This time, if you want to, you can visualize the breath coming down from above and entering through the crown of your head. We are tapping with our breath. We are just opening up opportunities for energy to move, shifting around where we need it to. We're tapping on our chin now. And I don't know about you, but I've had a very mixed day. My energy has been very up, and then it's been very down. My brain, and then it's been up again. My brain has been a bit all over the place. I have spent some of the day doing quite a kind of a really hard workout, and I was hot and sweaty, and it felt amazing. And then I had my energy just completely drain out of me, and I had to go to bed for a couple of hours this afternoon. We can move from our chin now to underneath our collarbone. And then my energy's picked up again. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this call, I'm just off the phone from a TV producer in LA, talking about what would be a very exciting project. It's very, very early stages. And as with all the TV stuff I've done so far, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a TV show at the end of it just because there's, you know, this bubbling up at the beginning. But I still love the process of it. It's wonderful. So just letting your body breathe here. Tapping on the middle of your chest. You might be noticing already, just from this tapping, that you might be noticing you're already feeling a little bit calmer, maybe a little bit more grounded. You might be noticing that if you had like racing thoughts, that they might just be kind of slowing down. You might notice that any anxiety or stress that you might have been feeling when you started tapping has now just, you know, just started like mellowing out a bit. Not suggesting that the tapping we've done so far will have just completely gotten rid of any anxiety or stress, but it may just have kind of smoothed off the edges. I love tapping with the breath just to allow that kind of expansive spaciousness to just begin to trickle in. Catherine on Facebook says, love you, B, and tapping with you. I'm glad you're tapping with me. It's wonderful. Okay, there is this wonderful point that we have, which is not part of classic emotional freedom technique. But if you imagine a vertical line that runs straight down through your nipple, and if like me, you need to move your boob out of the way, go ahead. But you want to find the curve at the base of your breast, or the curve of the base of your pectoral muscle. And so you've got the vertical line and then the base of your breast or pectoral muscle, tapping on that vertical line where it joins the base of your breast or the base of your pectoral muscle. Sometimes this can be very, very tender for some people. This is often a point where we might have energy that gets stuck due to anger that we haven't been able to express. That may be anger towards others or towards situations, or even anger is particularly tender for you. We don't need to judge. We just need to accept it, love ourselves exactly as we are, and just be open to this energy doing what it needs to do. So just taking a lovely breath here. Okay. That breath for me changed color. It started off kind of golden and then it went to green and then it went to pink. Okay, and then we're going to do this point with pincers. Make pincers out of your hands. And then, this is quite tricky for me to show on all the screens. So I'm just going to pop it where you have the base of your ribs. Oh my goodness, people on Facebook and YouTube can only see my boobs. Oh, and now I'm falling over. This is the line of your ribs, okay? So you've got your pincers just tapping on the bones, okay? But at the bottom of your ribs. So, just tapping here. Again, this is also can be quite an intense tapping point. So just breathing. We are tapping and breathing. We are trusting that where the energy needs to flow, it will do. The tapping will bring the benefits exactly where it's needed. Okay, so now we're moving on to the side. So just underneath your armpit where your bra seam would be if you wear a bra. I haven't worn a bra for 10 years, but that is where it would be. You can also do the monkey chicken hybrid like this. My friend Laura reminds me to tell people about this point, especially if you, unlike me, have, Instagram. I'm back on Instagram. If especially like me, if unlike me, because I have relatively small boobs, but if unlike me, you are well endowed. I am really sorry that Instagram keeps cutting out. It's because my husband's at the supermarket and he's trying to call me, but I'm going to keep tapping. So yeah, anyway, God, my arm's now getting a bit tired staying here. But anyway, if you've got quite big boobs and it's harder to reach across like this, you can just be like a monkey or a chicken and you go, so you can just do this anyway, remembering to breathe. And then on top of your head, either using the points of your 5 fingers, but if that feels a bit uncomfortable, which it does for me sometimes, just using the flat of your hand. The advantage of being on the points is that your meridians come down through your fingers and stop at the fingertips. So you're actually kind of creating extra tapping stimulation. Okay, coming back to your karate chop and just taking a lovely breath. If you happen to have any water with you, go ahead and have some water. Otherwise, just keep tapping. And I'm going to just check YouTube for comments. Okay, no comments on YouTube yet. But if anybody has anything that they would like to share in terms of things that they would love me to tap about, whether that's on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, do let me know. Okay. Let's just blow a couple of raspberries together. So I want you to, in a moment, I invite you to take a really big in-breath, just so that it's comfortable. Don't create any anxiety for yourself. Sometimes taking a really big in-breath, if you're not ready to, can feel a bit panicky, but you don't need to do that at all. A comfortable in-breath. And then on the exhale, you are going to blow the longest, loudest, bravest raspberry that you've ever blown in your life. Are you ready? Get set. Inhale. And the wonderful thing about raspberries is if you were able to do a super long, loud, strong, brave raspberry, you would have exhaled nearly all of the air from your lungs and therefore filled your lungs up with wonderful fresh air. So if you're with me now live, or if you're watching on the replay, it would be really wonderful if you could just check in with me in the comments and let me know how you're feeling having been tapping with me. Well, I've been tapping now for about 14 minutes, but you may have popped in and out. But do just let me know how you're feeling in this moment so I can just get a sense of it. I'm certainly feeling, how am I feeling? I am feeling grounded, which is great because when I started tapping, I was not feeling grounded. I was feeling all kind of like, wee, up here. So I'm definitely feeling grounded now. I'm feeling buoyant. I'm feeling quite vital. and I feel vibrant. So I'm feeling really great, but that you may not be. You may be feeling pretty crappy. So do feel free to let me know in the comments if that is you. Let me just check YouTube again. Okay, no comments in YouTube. Okay. Let me just tune. Let me just see if there's anything that wants to come through for tapping. Okay. Well, this is just what's come through for me for the tapping. It's don't think it's mine. Must be someone else's. But there's my sense is that someone has got a tension headache. So that may be someone live, or that may be on the replay. But I have suddenly got this tension headache in here. I don't really get headaches very often. I don't think this is my headache. I think this headache belongs to somebody who needs us to tap with it. So if you are comfortable tapping on your facial points, that's where we're going to go next. But if you're not, just come here and you be tapping here until we catch up with you. So inside your eyebrow, you can just repeat after me the following words: this tension headache. And then tapping on the side of your eye: this tension headache. Then tapping on the bony bit under your eye: this tension headache. And then tapping on your lip: this tension headache. Just let your body breathe for a moment. I just suddenly felt a huge release of energy in my lower back. Tapping your chin, repeating after me: this tension headache. I feel like we're being invited to breathe. Oh, and I suddenly feel really kind of droopy-eyed, weird. Okay, coming to that point under your collarbone: this tension headache. And then the middle of your chest: this tension headache. Oh, yawning is a sign that energy is shifting. So that's, to me, that's a really good sign. Doesn't mean that I'm boring myself. And if you've been yawning, it suggests that energy is shifting for you too. Okay, so we're going to go to our boob point. So remembering the vertical line that runs down through your nipple, moving your boob out of the way if you need to, and tapping on the vertical line where it joins either the base of your breast or the base of your pectoral muscle. Repeating after me: this tension headache. Letting your body breathe. Okay, find your pincers. I'm going to just stand up to demonstrate. So your ribs come down here, tapping on the bottom of your ribs, but staying on the bone. For me, this is the most uncomfortable place to tap ever. It sometimes makes me feel physically sick. But this is a wonderful point for metabolizing. This metabolizes, well, I mean foods, but it also metabolizes thoughts, feelings, all sorts of things. So we're just going to say here: all this tension. Okay. Then tapping on your side, either reaching across your body or this monkey chicken hybrid, repeating after me: this tension headache. And then tapping on top of your head, repeating after me: this tension headache. Oh, this is feeling wonderful tapping here. I'm just going to stay tapping here for a little bit longer and just breathe. It's a little bit like, when you, if there's water on a trampoline and you hit it with your hand and the water bounces up and down. I've got that sensation on the top of my head with the energy. It's wonderful. I've never had this before. Okay, and then just coming back to your karate chop and letting your body have a lovely, comfortable breath. Okay, just going to quickly check over on YouTube, see if there's any comments. Okay, no comments on YouTube. Right, so if there's anything you want to share with me before I finish this session, do quickly share in the comments. Do let me know how you're feeling having been tapping. I will be doing more tapping with B soon when I feel inspired to do so. I'm really, as you may know, if you've been kind of, following a recent live I did, and I've just been talking about it a little bit here and there. I'm tuning into what it means to live in alignment with my human design. I'm an emotional authority manifesting generator. So for those of you that understand what that means, hello. If you don't understand what that means, don't worry, it's absolutely fine. But I'm choosing to live to the best of my ability in alignment with that. So I am doing the tapping with B sessions when I feel inspired to, and when it feels like a sacral yes for me to do it. And that's what it was this evening. So anyway, so great to have you tapping with me. I'm just waiting to see if any more comments come through just before I quickly say goodbye, because oh my goodness, look at all these comments on Facebook that I didn't know, because I didn't know I had to scroll for them. Oh, Shelley, you're tapping with me and you're feeling calmer. That is wonderful. Brilliant. I had no idea I was meant to scroll for comments. Apologies that I missed those. Okay, well, wonderful. If at any point you want to be able to do more tapping, or you want tapping resources at your fingertips beyond just the IGTV videos, or if you even want to work with me one-on-one, you can just reach out to me and ask me. I have done a whole section on EFT in the Yes Parenting digital pack, and I offer one-to-one sessions with my clients. So do feel free to reach out to me if you want to find out more. Okay. Mwah. Bye. Okay, I'm going to say bye-bye to Instagram first, and then saying bye-bye to Facebook. It was lovely to see you too, Phoenix. Oh, I'm so glad the tapping came when you needed it. Bye. And then, oh, wait there. Oh, no. Oh, yes. And then YouTube. Bye, YouTube.